The battlefield trembled as Adel and Taran clashed, their powers shaking the ground. From a distance, Samuel could barely stand. His voice was weak, but his thoughts burned. "Unizing, you're fighting that monster on equal ground. If only I weren't this injured." Meanwhile, Adel roared in fury, his dark blade flaring to life. "You killed your own lover with your own hands, and now you dare take that pain out on me?" With that shout, he unleashed the dark blade train, a slash so fierce it split the air. But Taran barely flinched. He swung his massive hammer in a cross motion, shattering the attack like glass. Then, in a blur, he shifted forward, charging at Adel with deadly precision. Adel gritted his teeth, waiting for the perfect moment, then vanished. He reappeared behind Taran using position swap, but the monster was faster than expected. Without turning, Taran twisted midair and drove his heel into Adel's chest, sending him crashing into the ground. Coughing blood, Adel thought, "Damn, my mana's almost gone. I can't use Dark Blade Train again." Taran's armor began to glow blue, smoke rising from his body like burning steel. "I need to find a way, even if it kills me," Adel whispered to himself. From the sidelines, Samuel shouted, "Adel, you still alive?" Adel forced a smile. "Barely." "What are you planning? You can't fight him in that condition." Adel smirked. "Maybe I don't have to fight him head on. Maybe I just have to outsmart him." "Samuel," he said calmly, "I'll need your help." The ground cracked as Taran slammed his hammer down, spikes of energy launching toward them. "What are you planning, insect?" he roared. Adel dashed forward, dragging Samuel along. "Hold on." Taran's weapon glowed again, but this time Adel swapped positions with the armor itself. Taran grinned, predictable. But then his smile vanished. His weapon wasn't returning. Samuel had activated his greed power, wrapping it in energy that forced it to block Taran's own recall. Adel shouted, "Now!" and drove his dagger forward with everything he had. "You bastard!" Taran howled. But before he could move, something shot out from Adel's bag. A viper, small, fast, and deadly, launched straight at Taran, sinking its fangs into his arm. Taran screamed, stumbling backward as venom spread through his veins. Adel smirked through his pain. "Nice work, Solitude. Didn't think you'd get to bite a boss today." The greed weapon in Taran's hands lost its glow and flew back to Adel. But before he could celebrate, boom! A blast of icy energy tore through the battlefield. Adel was thrown across the field, crashing into the rubble, blood spilling from his wounds. "Damn! I let my guard down." From the smoke, Taran staggered forward, armor cracked, eyes blazing. "You actually survived that? You crazy bastard! But his voice faltered. His knees buckled. Adel wiped the blood from his mouth. "How's that venom taste?" Taran cursed under his breath. His body trembled violently. "Guess this is goodbye," Adel whispered. Taran grinned weakly. "Yeah, I hope so too." He tore open a teleportation scroll with his teeth, and in a flash of blue light, he vanished. Adel dropped to his knees, exhausted. Samuel crawled toward him. "Is it over?" Adel smiled faintly. "Yeah, it's over." Samuel let out a shaky laugh. "Thank God. I thought I'd die here." Adel looked at him, half smiling. "You could have run, you know. Why stay?" Samuel just sighed. "Because I didn't want to watch my friend die." Adel chuckled. "Even a half-demon can surprise me sometimes." Samuel smirked. "And you're no better. Everyone looks down on you, yet you still came for me." Adel looked away. "Who knows?" Samuel grinned. "You're impossible to read." Adel smirked back. "That's my charm." "Crazy bastard," Samuel said with a laugh. They both chuckled quietly, battered but alive. Adel stared up at the sky. "Even though we beat that monster, we might not live long enough to tell the story." Samuel nodded slowly. "At least the kids got away, right?" Adel exhaled. "They should have." The viper crawled up on his chest. Adel gently stroked its head. "Good job, Solitude. We won because of you." The creature hissed softly as Adel fed it a bit of mana. "I can't hold on much longer. Is this the end?" But then, footsteps echoed in the distance. Adel turned his head. Form, Luna, and the other students came running. Adel! Samuel! Leader! They cried. Samuel shouted, You idiots! Why did you come back? We couldn't leave you behind, one yelled. Are you okay? Adel forced a weak smile. Yeah, though I might die soon. Don't talk, Luna shouted, kneeling beside him. Healing light glowed from her hands. You can't die here. Adel whispered, Thank you, Lady Luna. The bleeding has stopped. Tend to Samuel instead. But when they turned, they froze. Samuel's body was covered in writhing green tendrils. Samuel, what are you doing? Form shouted. Samuel looked up, his eyes glowing faintly. Don't worry, I'm not trying to die. He turned to Adel. I need to borrow your body, just for a moment. Adel frowned. What are you talking about? Samuel smiled, faintly. Then I'll take that as permission. The tendrils wrapped tighter around him, then shot toward Adel in a flash of green energy. The light consumed them both, and the screen fades to black. To be continued.